Good evening, folks. I thought tonight we'd take a look at this cheap generic Chinese GPS tracker. And for those of you who don't know what this is, it's basically a mobile device. It's got a SIM card in it and a GPS receiver. And basically what it allows you to do is send the unit a text message and it will report its location wherever it is in the world, providing it's within mobile or cellular network coverage. You can also set it up to send that location data at regular intervals, and I suppose a more dodgy use for it is it's got a built-in microphone which clearly allows you to monitor the surrounding noise around the unit, basically by just calling it. And what it will do is it will answer, after a couple of rings the unit will actually answer and turn on the internal microphone, allowing you to listen into conversations out of a nearby. Clearly a bit dodgy, and I don't know what kind of people would want to use that. I don't know if somebody wanted to see if the partner was cheating on them or something like that. Anyway, it does have that use. But the reason I've got it is myself and a couple of colleagues at work were considering doing a high altitude balloon launch, weather balloon with a camera, etc. on board, and this was going to be one of the backup tracking devices so that we could basically locate it. But yeah, purely as a backup device. And I have to say the actual GPS tracking aspect of it is fairly good. It does give my location, within a couple of meters of where the unit actually is, which is quite good. So yeah, I thought we'd have a look at it, look around the unit itself, and then tear it down. So on the side of the unit we've got a USB socket. And what's quite annoying about this and many other Chinese products is they don't use micro USB connectors. It's just one of these non-standard. You used to get them on sort of cheap digital cams, etc. Along from that, we've got a small hole, and that's where our status LED is, and that changes colour depending on whether it's locked onto satellites and all that good stuff. We've got an SOS button, which allows you to basically press it, and it will send the user's current location to a nominated phone number, and clearly an on-off switch. On the bottom we have the microphone, and as you can see, I've actually enlarged that hole. I thought I'd just test it to see how that sort of audio monitoring function was, and it was absolute rubbish because the hole for the microphone was just about here. So I took out the board and that and drilled the hole, and even then with that hole greatly enlarged, the microphone is still sort of obscured by the casing. Nothing on that side, and allegedly this is the antenna. I'm not convinced. It just looks like painted plastic, but I think that might just be because it is a Chinese sort of copy, essentially. So we'll open it up, and as you may have noticed, there is a slight bulge in this unit, and that's because it has a rather dangerously bloated lithium-ion battery, and this battery is the BL-5B, and that is a generic. It's a generic battery, but of course it is based on the Nokia battery of the same model number, and there is so many Chinese products that use this particular model of battery, and yeah, it's just I think because I don't know whether Nokia had loads left over, and the Chinese decided, oh well, we can utilise that battery, it's an off-the-shelf part, and of course to get the prices cheaper and for Western demand, I suppose, or Eastern demand, depending on what way you look at it, they've copied it, and they're clearly low quality, and that is dangerously, there's some amount of pressure just squeezing on that. So yeah, that will be getting taken to the recycling. So inside the unit we've got presumably the IMEI number, so you can clone that if you want. And I've just got a giffgaff SIM in here. Yeah, it's full size SIM card. And that's pretty much it that's visible. So if I get my smaller screwdriver. Obviously the battery terminals there, and a quality control sticker. All the quality, and it's just a single screw that holds the unit together. So once that's out, you basically just pry up that internal part, and yeah, the board just pops out like so. And to be honest, maybe my initial thoughts on the antenna might be slightly unfounded. I can see there is a metal contact, and well, there's two pogo pin type connectors there, as you can see. I'll just press that down with my fingernail, and that does go onto a small foil antenna just in there. You can probably just make it out. And there's a switch for the buttons. So looking at the board itself, yeah, we've got our SIM card holder. We've also got a micro USB slot there as well, because of course, well not of course, but this can basically record the positional data, not real time, but you know, at regular intervals, and then just put that data, that location data, onto the micro SD card. And of course you'll be able to take that out and download the data into, you know, Google Maps or Google Earth, and plot where the unit's been. Not too much on this side at all. Looks pretty much all passive stuff. There's a small package there, not sure where that is at all. Yeah, and we can see from the footprint for this non-standard USB connector, it clearly can take various types of connector. You know, probably just depending what's on stock, or what they have in stock, I should say. And as we look at the casing where that connector is, there's clearly provision for that to be opened up for a bigger socket. So I think it's probably just what they've got lying around. You know, they'll stick on there. On the other side then, we've got this Han, or is it Can? Yeah, Can High Tech International, and we can see that this is 850-900, so that's quad band, GSM, GPRS plus GPS package. And yeah, some test points there. Speaker plus and minus, transmit, receive and ground. So I don't know if that's maybe serial data. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Now looking on here, clearly this is our GPS antenna. So I think possibly that antenna at the top's for the cellular connection. So yeah, so that's probably the cellular antenna in the top there. And yeah, like I say, this is just a ceramic GPS antenna. I don't know if there's anything. No, it's just a sticker on top of a can. Top of a can. Get it? FNA. Anyway, I won't give up my day job. Yeah, a couple of nice tactile buttons on the side, and there's a little status LED on there, and that is pretty much it. So yeah, it's quite a, I suppose it's quite a usable device if you just want it for GPS tracking. Maybe I just got a duff unit. The soldering on this microphone doesn't look particularly brilliant. It may be that it's received quite a lot of heat when it's been manufactured, and that's why it doesn't actually perform very well, like I say. But I think you need to be a certain type of person that wants to be using this audio monitoring function. Anyway, that's my thoughts on that. So yeah, that's a quick look at this generic GPS tracker. Like I say, if you're interested in one of these, you can get them from AliExpress for around £7 delivered, and you do tend to see them on eBay as well for slightly more. Like I say, this is I believe this to be a copy. There's probably ones out there that are perfectly functional and you know, do work quite well. I should have mentioned as well, sorry, the this is all programmed via text message. So to set it up, there's various settings, and it's just a case of sending the a username, and you set a username and password, and you send the commands via text message, and then it returns back to you saying, you know, setting OK kind of thing. Okay guys, thanks for watching. If you found it interesting, give us a thumbs up, and please subscribe if you wish. See you again soon. Bye bye.